today's news, BVIEC introduces STEP, East End Police Station, closed temporarily. 70th Emancipation Festival unveiling. Film development workshop, hail a success. Pirates, power outage, and Sparks win big. We have the details of this and so much more when 284 News returns.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Angie, how can I get my claims paid quick? Rent's due next week.
CG processes 99% of claims within 5 days. Remember when I was hang gliding with those goats? I caught a gust of wind and flew right into a moving car. Every appendage was in the cast, and they paid fast and fairly. That's what I get for trusting a man with a mustache and an eye patch. Now I gotta go. I'm meeting the guy who bedazzled my toes.
99% of claims are processed within 5 days. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Friday, April 19th, 2023. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Friday's wish to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast on the local scene, in a bid to alleviate the burden of high electricity expenses on residents of the British Virgin Islands, the BVI Electricity Corporation has unveiled its groundbreaking solar technology energy program. The initiative, announced by the Minister for Communications and Works, the Honorable Kai M. Reimer, during a press conference on Thursday, promises to revolutionize the energy landscaping of the region. Dubbed STEP, the program is designed to offer sustainable relief to residents grappling with soaring electricity bills while aligning with the government's commitment to fostering cleaner and more sustainable energy solutions.
This government has been concerned about the high cost of living in the territory and the high cost of energy, which are primarily driven by factors that are external to our shores. In particular, factors such as the cost of fuel and shipping, which have been affected by global events such as wars. We have made it our mission to seek and to implement solutions to lower the cost of energy and the cost of living for the people of the Virgin Islands. In support of this mandate, the BVIEC has embarked on an agenda to reduce the per unit price of electricity to their customers. These efforts are expected to realize a positive impact in the near future.
Minister Reimer underscored the pivotal role STEP will play in assisting residents in achieving lower electricity costs, emphasizing its contribution to the broader goal of advancing environmentally friendly energy practices. Central to STEP's appeal is its potential to deliver significant savings, with Minister Reimer asserting that participants could slash their electricity bills by much as 50%, notably the upfront expenses associated with the equipment procurement and installation will be entirely absorbed by the BVI Electricity Corporation, mitigating financial barriers and ensuring widespread accessibility to the program.
Today, I am pleased to introduce one of those initiatives developed in support of that mandate, the Solar Technology Energy Program, or STEP, which is meant to reduce the electricity bills of participant residential customers by as much as 50%. This initiative will involve the installation of grid-tie systems that will allow electricity to be produced to customers from the sun, and in some cases may result in financial credits being given to participating customers by BVIEC. In simplified terms, BVIEC will purchase the equipment and cover the installation cost. So there is no upfront cost to the customer.
To gauge public interest and facilitate enrollment, the BVIEC will roll out a comprehensive survey for interested individuals to complete and register their participation.
By the end of the day today, BVIEC will post a survey on its website so that interested customers can register their interest in the program. BVIEC will take the necessary steps to have the associated systems installed in the upcoming months. I encourage everyone to register for the STEP program. That is integral to this program will be the engagement of installers who will have the opportunity to gain experience installing these systems, such that in the coming years they can be better prepared to launch new business ventures that will support the BVI's climate change agenda.
The introduction to STEP marks a significant milestone in the BVIEC's ongoing efforts to promote energy efficiency and affordability, signaling a paradigm shift toward renewable energy adoption within the territory. The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force is informing the public that the East End Police Station will be closed from today, Friday, April 19th, 2024, until further notice. This closure is due to the ongoing sewage works conducted by the government of the Virgin Islands in the parking lot adjacent to the station. These works have affected the health and well-being of the officers and necessitated the immediate evacuation of the premises. While the station building will be closed, we want to assure, they said, the residents of East End in the district that law enforcement services will remain operational. Officers, they say, will continue patrolling the district, ensuring the safety and security of the community. Persons can contact the unit at 368-9704 for immediate response efforts. Details are slowly emerging about the highly anticipated 70th Emancipation Festival celebrations this summer. While the lineup of performance remains under wraps for now, the BVI Tourist Board promises an exciting reveal in the horizon. According to Dirk Walters, events manager for the BVI Tourist Board and Film Commission, the first official launch event for the Platinum Jubilee festivities will take place on April 22nd. At this kickoff celebration, the slogan and theme for the 70th Emancipation Festival will be finally unveiled to the public.
I can't state names right at this minute. We hope to release a couple names at least next week, because what we're doing is next week Friday, which is the 26th of April, we have an event that we're doing at the Market Square where we will be publicly releasing the slogan and we'll be presenting the winner of the slogan, the theme, and all cultural activities, Moko Jumbis, a steel band, Fungi band, and another local band, as well as make sure your local food, all the local cuisine and drinks and all of those things will be on sale as well. So that's like kind of launch to the festival. And we also have a series of other fundraisers and events coming up, including a black party that we're planning. The date will be announced, and fish fries and other things of that nature, beach events, tramps, all of that's coming up.
Residents of the Virgin Islands, of course, had the opportunity to participate in selecting the celebratory slogan throughout their voting process online. Walters explained that while the top choices from this voting process will be considered, there is still flexibility to make adjustments before landing on the final slogan.
Well, just to let you know, with the slogan competition, we are allowed to actually, even when it was on the Virgin Islands Festival and Fairs, what we would do is you are allowed to tweak it somewhat, even if you choose that winner. If you have to add in a word or two just to make it more inclined. Yes. You should see your face.
No, because I was like, if some of the ones we saw, how does that work? So you vote on the slogan?
Yes.
Talk to us about
So persons can vote on the slogan. There are links posted on the Facebook page and various social media pages. You can click on the link and you vote, because we receive, if I'm not mistaken, 70 entry submissions for the slogan. So it was voted on and we just cut it down bit by bit until it came down to like the final 8. 7 or 8, and then it's on to the final 3 and so forth and so on.
Concerns had been raised in some corners of the community about the apparent lack of information and planning for the Milestone Festival. However, Walters have assured that preparations are very much underway despite the planning body going through a transitional period. He acknowledged that bureaucratic procedures and processes impacted the timelines to some degree, but affirmed that the 78th Emancipation Festival will be a remarkable and memorable experience for all.
I would like to say that there was a slight delay in certain things being disseminated to the public, but of course we're going through what I would call a transitionary period, of course, right? So in that you will have a few hiccups and speed bumps along the way. That's fine, that's to be expected, but we are correcting that. And I am the events manager, but we do have a marketing department, so we work hand in hand, and everything does have to get approved by higher ups, the brass as they would say. So, sometimes there could be slight little miscommunication or delays and different things. We're getting that dealt with.
I know the leader of the opposition mentioned that the COI may be a blockage in terms of the development and funding for healthcare. Is that part of your delay as well?
Funding?
Yeah, meaning that because of the stringent processing of approving funding and spending and so on.
Well, there's always been a stringent process of approving funding and spending because every single year, at least that I've been involved in festival, you have to put your respective budget together. You have to submit it. You have to go through a full vetting process and procedure. You have to submit quarterly financial reports, to COI implementation unit. It's not business as usual like how it was years before. It's a lot more stringent. You have to give regular reports to Premier's office, Ministry of Finance. You meet with their team, you go through your budgets, and
The April 26th kickoff promises to be a celebration in and of itself, with cultural activities and food available. Viewers, up next, we have more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Start the year off with more speed, more downloading, more savings, and more fire. CCT Fire Fiber Internet gives you the speed you need to keep the whole family connected. Packages starting at $119 with speeds from 300 megabytes per second, super fast, unlimited downloads, even more reliable connectivity, plus free live streaming TV for the family to enjoy. Sign up for the absolute best fiber internet service in the BVI CCT Fire and pay no installation fee. Plus, get CCT Live TV for free. You deserve more. Get more with CCT. Life Unlimited.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Continuing on, Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia D. Wheatley pushed back against the notion that the cruise industry provides little economic benefits to the Virgin Islands. Recent calls from the opposition and some residents urged the government to prioritize overnight tourism over the celebrated growth in cruise arrivals. However, in remarks made in a recent sitting of the House of Assembly, Premier Wheatley asked the public to calm down with that idea that the cruise ships have no impact locally.
Now, somebody mentioned cruise ships. And yes, we've been doing very well with cruise ship passengers. Before I move off the cruise ship passengers, I'm not sure where this idea comes that cruise ships, they do nothing for our economy. I think we just need to calm down with that.
The Premier highlighted the cruise industry's contributions to the livelihood of taxi drivers and staff at the Port Authority as clear examples of its value to the territory's economy. He contended that the dismissing cruise tourism's importance is misguided.
I wonder if any taxi drivers live in the 6th district. or in the 2nd District. I mean, these taxi drivers have families, they have children, they go to the same supermarket, and they have to buy food, they have to pay bills. I mean, come on, man. The taxi drivers are people too. And when they do well, the Virgin Islands does well. And trust me, we have some taxi drivers who are doing very well. The head tax is the port authority that employs so much of our individuals, making good use of that head tax. And they are in a healthy situation. Port authorities in a healthy situation because they're collecting that cruise tax.
Premier Wheatley also reiterated his position that the cruise sector has proven valuable in driving repeat visitors who return to the territory's overnight guest after first experiencing the destination via a cruise itinerary. He cited a study conducted by the Florida Caribbean Cruise Association as his evidence that a significant portion of the cruise passengers are inspired to take future vacations to islands they previously visited on a cruise.
Quite a number of persons who come here as cruise ship passengers return as overnight guests. We could give you the numbers. A study was done on this by the FCCA. The study is there. People come on cruise, they see the place, they love the place, they return with their families on vacation. Don't doubt it. It is, a study has been done. You find it funny, a study has been done on that. We will get you the study.
While still defending the recent boom in cruise arrivals, the Premier acknowledged the need for balance, emphasizing that overnight visitors bring a greater economic value. He noted expectations for growth in this sector as accommodations damaged by the 2017 hurricanes continue to be restored. In reaching and referencing the study by the Premier, we discovered that the most recent publication from the FCCA was the 2019 FCCA Cruise Industry Overview. Although the report mentions findings related to the return of visitors' destinations they had previously visited on cruises, the FCCA was not the source of this information, nor were we able to find any similar studies conducted by the FCCA. Now, viewers, the study cited in the FCCA was conducted by the research firm J.D. Power, which was commissioned by the Cruise Line International Association. This study was described, and I quote, as web-based survey its customer panel in August of 2017 and captured the opinions, motivations, and preferences of vacationers from the United States and Canada. Despite the Premier's citing of the report as evidence that a significant number of cruise ship visitors returned to stay as overnight guests, a closer examination of the information suggests that what was shared was simply a view of whether people would be interested in making such a return trip rather than capturing the actual number of individuals who have done so. A recently held month-long film development workshop hosted by the BVI Film Commission and the Tourist Board has been hailed as a resounding success. The workshop provided needed skills to filmmakers within the Virgin Islands who eagerly took the opportunity to sharpen their professional skills. Film Commissioner Ms. Natalie Hodge and lecturer at HLSCC Mrs. Enya Douglas recaptured the workshop and its findings.
It was very successful because we actually saw over 60 persons registered. Not everyone was able to make it due to the scheduling, but we tried to accommodate persons by scheduling on Friday and Saturday, and that actually gave a window, which Enya, gave that advice to students at the college, having the Friday being able to attend on Fridays. It was very successful based on the comments that we received by the attendees. We had about approximately 28 to 30 that actually attended every week, or they alternated because of their schedules. But the feedback that we received from them was amazing. It was very successful, and we have to thank our presenters, which I was one of the presenters. We had Cameroy Peters, we had CJ Faison, James Bland, and of course Sheldon Frett.
Mrs. Douglas spoke about the partnership between HLSCC and the Film Commission that has led to this initiative.
Our partnership really represents the future of film development in our territory. We can see that the world is moving in another direction. We're in the technological age, we're in the creative age, and it's really important that our community members and our students are able to tap into that global creative industry. And seeing that happen and come to life, I was honored to be a part of that creative space and to have my students engage in skill-based learning. We pay a lot of attention to theoretical learning, and I think you understand because we study similar things.
Yes.
And it's so important that they learn the skill set to be able to be in those spaces and make careers out of learning how to be filmmakers and all the elements of production.
She also took time to highlight the contributing sponsors.
We applied to the Youth Empowerment Fund, and that was through His Majesty Governor's Office, and we were successful. So we got that funding, and we used that funding towards securing facilitators for this workshop. Also, Unite BVI, it couldn't be possible without Unite BVI. Unite BVI has been instrumental in providing support in terms of technology. So the HLSCC Drama Ensemble just got access to really high-end technology, so we could start creating films for even Netflix.
Beautiful.
So yeah, so those are the two sponsors I really want to shout out, and obviously this wouldn't have been possible without the BVI Film Commission, and the fact that Natalie is so involved in wanting to elevate and develop skills in filmmaking. So this partnership is very meaningful, and HLSCC for giving us the space and a platform to be able to give back to our community in this way.
Mrs. Douglas also spoke about the student learning outcomes derived from the workshop.
I think that it was the great thing about this workshop was that it was a month long. So we were able to measure their learning outcomes. So they didn't just learn, but they were able to apply the knowledge. So what we had them do at the end of it was create a little teaser, or sizzle reel is what we call it. And so that we were able to see if they were able to cover all the elements of storytelling and put to work the technical skills that they learned in the workshops.
Regarding what's next, Film Commissioner Ms. Natalie Hodge shared the vision moving forward.
So Ron, I'll start by saying one of the things I keep mentioning is that while we all want to see big box productions in BVI, we don't have the infrastructure to support it. So we find there are a lot of challenges where just recently we had a production crew of 200 members wanted to come in to film a reality show. We're not able to support that because, as you can imagine, they would have to be housed across the territory. And it's important for production crews to be in the same space. Yeah. So in the meantime, what we can do is help to develop the film set, the skill set of our filmmakers, so that when productions do come to BVI, whether little or large, whatever size they are, we're able to help supplement their crew. And that way you don't have to bring a 200 crew member to BVI. We can say we have 50 persons that we can help you with. And that's the objective. And so we're going to continue with various workshops in various areas of production, because as you can imagine, there are a number of roles that are related to the film industry. And so we want persons to understand that and not just think of being a videographer or an editor. There are numerous roles that can be considered. And so we want to bring in workshops to help develop them on every level of production.
For the full interview, visit all 284 media platforms. And viewers, up next, we have more again on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
He hit me. Will CG cover this?
Don't worry. Remember when I was in that competitive arm wrestling circuit? 3-time champion, baby. I did feel bad crushing all those arms and dreams. So I took them all out for ice cream. And then we got crushed. Anyway, CG handled my claims fast.
That explains the arm.
The best cover for the best value. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Why? This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, I can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you, know?
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out that trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. On the sporting scene, in a thrilling showdown last Friday evening, the Aces showcased formidable batting strength early in their match, only to be outshone by the relentless onslaught of Power Outage, who surged to a commanding 17-9 victory in an electrifying display of power hitting. Playing in the Raymond Mahasa, Mercer, and Kathleen Foy National Fast Pitch League, the Aces wasted no time asserting their intentions as Nashawn Smith ignited the scoreboard with a blistering home run to center field in the opening inning, propelling his team to an early 2-0 lead. However, their lead was short-lived as Power Outage responded ferociously, notching an impressive 5 runs in the bottom of the first inning, swiftly reversing the tide of the game. Among the standout performers for Power Outage was the dynamic duo of Andre Titley, whose thunderous grand slam to left field sent shockwaves through the E. Walwyn Bruley ballpark, and pitcher Darrell Robinson, who demonstrated poise and resilience on the mound, securing the win for his team despite surrendering 7 hits and 9 runs over 3 1/3 innings. In another riveting encounter on Saturday, defending champions Pirates reaffirmed their dominance with a resounding 19-9 victory over Storm, fueled by Levron Saru's explosive performance at the plate. Levon's pair of home runs in the 3rd and 4th innings propelled the Pirates to victory, driving home 4 crucial runs and cementing his status as a key offensive weapon for the reigning champions. Despite Storm's valiant efforts to gain an early advantage, Pirates pitcher Rico Penn showcased his prowess on the mound, limiting his opponents to just 3 hits and 8 runs over 2 innings, while striking out 2 batters and issuing 5 walks. In the lone women's game, unaffected by adverse weather conditions, Sparks delivered a dominant performance, overwhelming West End Warriors with a commanding 14-4 victory. Sparks wasted absolutely no time in asserting their superiority, of course, orchestrating an explosive 8-run onslaught in the first inning, effectively stealing the fate of their opponents. For Sparks pitcher Janae Hopkins showcased her pitching skills, allowing just 3 hits and 4 runs over 4 innings while striking out 1 batter and issuing 6 walks. Games continue this weekend, beginning on Friday evening with VG Heat taking on the Aces at 7 p.m., followed by Synergy and Pure Problems at 9 p.m. On Saturday, Power Outage will face Pure Problems at 6 p.m., while Sunday's doubleheader will feature Sparks versus Lady Wings at 5 p.m. followed by Mobsters and Storm at 7 p.m. Viewers, that is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284media.com, and of course, like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. I'll see you on Monday. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. A happy Friday's wish to each and every one of you. Goodbye.